You are looking live inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. This is Major Series Lacrosse. The Six Nations Chiefs and the Oakville Rock. Mark Pare alongside Darryl Smart. 72 hours ago, it was just 72 hours ago that the Buffalo Bandits finished off their three-peat. And no rest for the wicked, Darryl, because we have some Buffalo Bandits content in this game here tonight in the form of Dane Smith, Steve Priolo, and a new addition.
Josh Byrne. There's a surprise, everybody. There was a little bit of rumor out there. I had no idea. I kind of thought there would be something going on. But sure enough, yesterday I got the text from Dewey Jacobs saying it's official. And it's official, all right, and a lot of smiles, a lot of familiarity. This team just got deeper, my friend.
Just when you thought this team couldn't get any deeper, I mean, you look at, we basically call this an NLL All-Star team. We've been calling this team that for the last couple of seasons, and for good reason. I mean, you go up and down the lineup, the Lyle Thompsons of the world, the Cody Jamisons, you look at Randy Stotts, who is actually not in the lineup here tonight, but you go up and down this lineup, and it's a who's who of talent. And then you add Josh Byrne into the mix. You have him and Dane Smith, who led the NLL with 134 points for the Bandits during the regular season. Now you got that dynamic duo to worry about if you're the Oakville Rock here tonight.
It's incredible, my friend, that's for sure. And again, we'll talk about it throughout the broadcast. Dwayne Jacobs is a chemist. You can bring out the most talent in the world, but if they don't mix, it doesn't work. So we'll soon find out.
As we will turn it to the floor now and our pregame festivities. Be the third game for the Six Nations Chiefs here tonight. The Oakville Rock coming off a loss to Brooklyn just 24 hours ago.
My buddy Joe Martin, his family, and the Smoke Dancers kicked this one off for us on a beautiful Tuesday night here in MSL.
It's a Tuesday night tradition here at the ILA. If it's Tuesday, you know what that means. The Six Nations Chiefs are at home, and we will have all the action for you all throughout the summer months here at home, as the Six Nations Chiefs look to do what the Buffalo Bandits just did and go for a three-peat as they look for their third straight Mann Cup championship. Your starting goaltenders for tonight for the Oakville Rock, they will turn to Landon Kells. And for the Six Nations Chiefs, out comes Doug Jamieson, who played the first couple of games this year. In comes the king of the hill, Warren Hill.
And again, we're talking about new look, new mixtures. The Oakville Rock, definitely lots of new names. One of those, Landon Kells, and we all know him very well from the MSL final last year with the Peterborough Lakers.
Yes,
and of course,
indeed.
From the deal for Nick Rose.
And Nick Rose, obviously, doing some yeoman's work already in this young MSL season. The Six Nations Chiefs coming off a loss to those aforementioned Lakers back on Thursday. Their first loss since June 22nd of 2023 in the regular season.
That was a great game.
There's a shot, scores, and already the Chiefs are behind the eight ball, and it's Josh Dowick who will get the Rock on the board early.
This is just a nice play. Oakville Rock just working the ball around the horn here. And Josh Dowick doing exactly what he did during the NLL season. He's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, don't look now. And you know what? The Oakville Rock really impressed me a year ago. I mean, a team that came back into the fold here, and another one of those teams that are trying to build the program up. As we see the Chiefs getting their first possession of the night. As they move the ball around. That's Bomberry, Brendan Bomberry. There's 2 Bomberries on this roster tonight, along with Davin wearing number 33. Inside shot, that one just missed. Dawson Teed.
And that's a nice story right there. Davin playing with his big brother, Brendan, something that they've never really had a chance to do, playing organized lacrosse. So this is really special.
It's a family affair as the Oakville Rock move the ball around. That one's going to be knocked loose by Justin Martin. Can't get the ball, and Oakville will keep possession. Carson Moyer, number 32, gets it over. There's a shot right in on Warren Hill. He'll make the save on Jack McAlpine. This is also a first head-to-head matchup between these two teams since a big off-season deal between these two teams. There's Lyle Thompson holding on to it inside. There's a shot, scores! Diving play by Davin Bomberry, and he gets the Chiefs on the board. We're tied at 1.
Boy, oh boy, that was fun to watch. Just taking a look at the replay here. Just working the outside. And this just beautiful pass diving in. Davin Bomberry with his goal. And we're all tied up at 1-1 here.
So we'll have the face-off here in just a second. It is Tim Edwards and Zach Kearney that are on the draw here. So just under 2 minutes in, we've already got a goal either side. Lyle Thompson inside. He was trying to find Brendan Bomberry, but he just couldn't find him. And Oakville will take over. Here's Chris Weir, leaves it. Bit of pitch and catch there. Here's Brooks English to the far side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to get inside the high shot. A riser there by Zane Dalpy, who was part of that off-season deal between the Rock and the Chiefs. And here come the Chiefs yet again. Cutting inside, there's a shot, scores! Shane Jackson found a whole lot of real estate, and he makes no mistake to make it 2-1.
Shane Jackson just simply doing what Shane Jackson does best. Heads to the net, full head of steam, and puts the ball right by Landon Kels here. Here's the replay. Right up the heart, and put it right past Landon Kels.
So the Oakville Rock get on the board first, but the Chiefs get the last 2. And they lead it by a score of 2-1. Goals by Davin Bomberry and Shane Jackson. And the Chiefs with the ball here yet again. Moved back. It's Josh Byrne making his Six Nations debut wearing number 22. Got it to Dane Smith. Boy, oh boy, those two have been electric dynamite for the Bandits this year and looking to connect yet again. Brendan Bomberry will try to scoop that up, and he had a whole lot of trouble in front of his own bench, and ultimately the shot clock expires. Dowick got it over there for Kearney. He's got the ball on the far side. Latrell Harris playing defense. Got it over. Dowick again. Looking for some space. Takes the shot. That one just missed. 8 seconds on the shot clock. As that one did not hit the net, they're going to scrum it. And it looks like it'll be Six Nations ball. And they'll try it here again. That was Latrell who got it to the far corner. Moving it inside, looking for that one-timer on the doorstep. Turning around is Teed. Inside shot, takes it. Stopped there by Kells.
That's great. Inside out play by Theed and Shane Jackson.
And here come the Rock yet again, down 2-1. Shot stopped by Warren Hill. Loose ball here. Brendan Bomberry is in it, but the Rock get possession. Dowick. Oakville looking to reset. Couple of fresh legs on the floor here. Dowick again. A lot of time to work with here. Got it over. There's a shot stopped by Hill. Rebound almost scooped up by Dowick. But the Chiefs will get possession. Here's Lyle Thompson, number 4. Finds his man, Byrne. Byrne trying to shoulder his way through into a lane. Gets it in! Shot stopped. Byrne to Jamison, but Landon Kells comes up big.
Landon Kells looking very sharp right now.
Well, he's got to be. Here's Sam LeClaire, the former Chief. Looking for some room, gets it to the far side. Ball bounced. It was loose for just a moment. Carson Moyer on the other side. Luttrell playing some stout defense there, and that one's going to bounce away, and the Chiefs will get the ball here. Just trying to settle it down here in the early going. Jackson on the near side. He got it over to Jamison. Dane Smith in for Jamison. Takes the shot. It was deflected. In behind the goal. Oakville will gain the ball back, and they'll move it up the floor.
Also, chime in where you're watching from tonight. Love to hear from you in the chat.
Yeah, we're making this interactive. We love to hear from you. Right in that comment section. There's a shot. It was a bouncer. Was looking for the one-hopper. That was Brooks English, number 15, but it just missed the net. And the shot clock expired. So 13 and a half to go here in the first. The Chiefs have the last 2. They're up 2-1.
Speaking of shot clocks, look what we have in the top corner.
Yes,
shot
indeed.
Clock. Something we haven't had in several years.
Inside, Byrne was handcuffed by 2 Rock players. It's a loose ball, and Oakville will get it. Caden Brennan gets knocked down. Byrne heavy on him. A loose ball, but he gets it over. Travasos will hold on to it, leaves it. Tyler Hendricks. Hendricks gets it to the near side. It's a ball that goes right into the slot, but it's going to be captured here by the Chiefs, going on a 2-on-2. Nungo leaves it, finds his man Theed. Theed, that one is going to go up high. Rebound scooped up here by Davin Bomberry. Has one of the 2 goals here for the Chiefs. Nungo gets it over to Lyle. Lyle Thompson. There's a shot. That one is stopped by the goaltender. Fresh shot clock to work here for the Chiefs. Feed. He and Ryan Smith had quality debuts for the Chiefs back last Monday for Bread and Cheese Day. Lyle Thompson takes a shot, kills the save. Rebound scooped up. Yet again, the Chiefs with the ball. A lengthy possession here for the Chiefs, and that one's stopped by Kells, and Feed hammers his man.
This may shock you, but we have a lot of people from Buffalo watching tonight.
I would imagine so.
We've got Buffalo, Saskatchewan, Sandburn, New York, Myrtle Beach, Salamanca, Boston, Peterborough, Lebanon, Tennessee, Rochester, and Florida. Got Kitchener in the house.
Everybody is everywhere. Of course, Dane Smith from Kitchener.
Is it Boston, Ontario, though? Boston, Mass.
It is Boston, Mass. Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, Boston, Ontario is about 10 minutes away from here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Hartford. Hartford, Ontario is about 5 minutes.
Dane to Josh gets it over. There's a shot. Unbelievable save as Shane Jackson just couldn't finish it off. Landon Kells looking ever so sharp here in the early going. If it wasn't for Kells, it might be 5-1 at this point. But Oakville still making a game of it. There's a shot. A one-hopper by Sam LeClaire goes wide. Rebound's going to just be knocked into the corner. They're going to go off for a change, and the Chiefs will move up the floor. Trying to set up. Shane Jackson, number 32. Looking for some room. Gets it inside. Shot by Cody Jamieson. Stopped by Kells. Rebound's knocked away. The whistle goes after the chop by Cody.
That was a great give and go by Shane Jackson and Cody Jamieson.
Again, thank you all for joining us here for Major Series Lacrosse. My name is Mark Pare alongside Darryl Smart. It's a Tuesday night tradition here at the ILA. 8 o'clock, same time, same channel. We'll have all the home games for you all season long and throughout the playoffs too.
Would love to have some away games, but we're still working on that one.
Comes in time, my friend. Comes in time.
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what I always say.
So here comes Oakville with the ball. Down 2-1, under 10 minutes to go in the first. And for newbies here to Major Series Lacrosse, we play 3 periods of 20 minutes each. There's a shot stopped by Warren Hill. Rebound knocked loose. It's still loose. Good chop there by Zach Kearney, but the Chiefs do get the ball here.
Both goaltenders have really settled in right now, Mark. A couple early goals, but they've both really settled in nicely.
Captain Jamieson finds Theed. Here's Dane Smith on the far side. The great Dane moving in. Shot from a sharp angle. The shot clock will expire. That was before the shot. That was after the shot was taken. But nonetheless, Oakville does get the ball anyway. Goaltenders looking sharper here so far. Warren Hill's made a number of key saves. Trying to find his man inside. And the Chiefs will get possession. Here's Brendan Bomberry, a veteran on this team.
Big brother.
And a big brother. Byrne finds Dane now in the corner. Jackson looking for some space, takes the shot. Rebound almost scooped up there by the Chiefs. They're not going to get to it. And here comes Oakville up the floor. It's a loose ball. Byrne trying to get to his man. But good job there by Tyler Hendricks to just use the body position to separate Byrne from the ball, and trying the trick play shot there was Hendricks on the far side, but Warren Hill was up to the task. Jamieson into the corner. Turning around, takes the shot, scores! Chiefs 3, Rock 1.
That was just all Will on that one as we look at the replay here. Just bowling his way through, right up the middle, and beats Landon Kells. And we've got ourselves a 3-1 score.
Now, I have to apologize because number 17 isn't actually on not only the online roster, but the roster that I went down to the penalty box to take pictures of before the game. So we do not know who number 17 is. We'll have to wait for the announcement officially. But
and again, it takes a couple minutes to refresh online as well, these rosters. Saw Brian Miller, one of the equipment managers, send the iPad to Janice about less than 5 minutes before the game.
Dane Smith gets it over to Cody Jamieson. We know that those are those two. There's a shot by Dane Smith off the shoulder of Kells. Rebound controlled here by Six Nations with a fresh shot clock. Dane trying to move inside. He'll just get it out.
Nungo Thompson with the goal.
So I have Nungo as number 19 on my sheet. So,
oh, that's a beautiful pass.
Big knockdown there as Zach Kearney is slow to get up, but
we've also got viewers from Erie, PA, Ganawage, and Fifth Line just down the road. Victoria, BC, Japan, love it.
Everywhere. We are on around the world, and around the world we go. Just witnessing Dawson Theed make it 4-1.
And this is one of those elements that Dawson Theed brings to this Six Nations Chiefs team, Mark. He's a big body. He's a banger and a crasher. Uses his body. And he also has those silky mitts. Those silky mitts can score goals, and he scored last Tuesday as well.
Yes, he did. Scored in a big way. So 4-1 is the score in favor of the Chiefs, with 6 and change to go here in the first period. Again, MSL is 3 periods, not 4 quarters. Lyle looking, takes the shot. Kells with the save. Rebound's going to be controlled here. So again, Dawson Theed, the latest goal scorer, on the board here for the Chiefs, who have scored 4 in a row. Oakville opened the scoring. Josh Dowick with their lone marker of the night. And he's got the ball here. McAlpine to the far side. Too hot to handle for Tyler Hendricks, and the Chiefs will get the ball back. Dane Smith to the near corner. Feed looking. Getting a couple of sticks to the face. Finds Dane inside, trying to find Byrne. And Byrne can't get to it. They have to wonder, as the Oakville Rock move up the floor, as great athletes as the players from the Buffalo Bandits are, at 72 hours coming off such an amazing high, a three-peat, that's inside, stopped by Warren Hill.
Not to mention the celebration.
The celebration. So you look at what they're doing here tonight to come right on back to play the game they love. I mean, that's just passion, and that is just heart, in my opinion. Inside, trying to find Justin Martin. He couldn't get the shot away within 5 feet of the net, and Oakville will get the ball. 4 minutes to go in the first. Taking a look. Dowick with it again. Leaves it here for Brooks English. Trying to find Dowick. Dowick getting shoved into the corner by Latrell Harris. Dowick, loose ball, gets it right back, takes the shot, stopped by Warren Hill.
And that's the defensive nastiness that Latrell brings. That was just a beautiful example of that, Mark.
Indeed it was.
It's one of those guys, he doesn't really cross the line all too much. You know what I mean? Most defenders get mean, get nasty. He gets mean, but he doesn't really get nasty. He just gets the job done.
That's what you need as the Chiefs hit the goalpost. And Oakville with it again. Sam LeClaire trying to go up top, goes to the far side. Dalpy finds English. English can't find a hole. 2 seconds to go. That shot had to be taken. Fresh shot clock. If they can get it here, they do for a moment, but here come the Chiefs. That's Justin Martin on the far side. Brings it to the near side and looking to set up. Feed. The far side, too hot to handle there for Dane Smith, but right in there is Lyle Thompson with it. That one goes off. Feed again. Feed over. Dane. Shot stopped by Kells yet again. Kells has made a number of key saves here in the early going.
Just took the words right out of my mouth, my friend. That's another nice save by Lyndon Kells.
The goal scorer, Dowick, gets it to the far side. It's a loose ball. Scooped up here inside. Shot scores! Luke Robinson goes inside, outside, over the shoulder of Hill, and that breaks the run by the Six Nations Chiefs. It's now 4-2.
That's a beautiful play by Luke Robinson. Just an individual effort. Kept the feet moving. Couple pump fakes. And beat Warren.
And in there, too, it's a loose ball. It's in the slot. Warren's trying to make himself look big as Robinson is moving the ball around. Really uncontested. It's one-on-one at that point. And just Luke Robinson getting the better of him. So under 2 minutes to go here in this first period. Chiefs looking to strike. Their lead cut to 2. Phil Mazuka will move it up. Zach Kearney tried to move in tight, but leaves it there. There's a shot off of the right arm of Warren Hill, and Oakville gets the ball back. English into the corner, found Sam LeClaire. Moving around, takes the shot. That was number 32, Carson Moyer, and Warren Hill makes another save. Chiefs with the ball here. This is Martin, and he'll just leave it here for Dane Smith. Smith to Byrne. How many times have you heard that one in the wintertime? Byrne. Taking a look inside, trying to find his man. He does. Theed took the shot. It deflected wide. And here comes Oakville. 35 seconds to go in the period. About 10 seconds, the differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Moving inside is McAlpine. He got it over. Looking around is Dalpy. Dalpy with a shot. Was deflected as he was putting through the follow-through, and it went high. 7 seconds left in the period. Could they get a buzzer beater here? Shane Jackson takes the shot from long range, and that will do it here for period number 1. So Six Nations gets a quartet of goals after they were down 1-0. Oakville gets one back. It is 4-2 Chiefs after 20 minutes of play. Darryl, Six Nations Chiefs, they look locked, they look loaded, but you can't give the Oakville Rock too much room to work with because they have shown that they can work with them, and a very big key example of why they're still in this game right now is the man between the pipes.
Oh, you're 100% right, Mark. Landon Kells has been fantastic so far tonight. And to a man, that Oakville Rock defense has done a decent job of preventing the Chiefs from getting in. But you know what? When the Six Nations Chiefs get inside like this, there's no stopping them.
Well, again, it's a 4-2 game after 20 minutes. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. Stay with us. You are watching Major Series Lacrosse. Welcome back inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as we get set for the second period of play. The Six Nations Chiefs with a 4-2 lead on the Oakville Rock. Mark Pare alongside Darryl Smart. Let's take a look at the scoring summary for that first period. First of all, it was Josh Dowick, unassisted, getting on the board very early on. That was just about 28 seconds into the first period. Davin Bonberry would get on the board from Lyle Thompson and Dane Smith. And then it was Shane Jackson from Dane Smith. So Smith with a pair of assists in this one. Same with Lyle Thompson. He got the secondary assist on the goal, the third goal by Six Nations, scored by Ryan Smith. So Ryan Smith is wearing number 17 tonight. So he's the one that scored the 3-1 goal. The other assist going to Justin Martin. And then Dawson Feed from Nungo Thompson made it 4-1, and then unassisted Luke Robinson made it 4-2 as we get set here. Second period already underway.
That was a really solid period by the Six Nations Chiefs, Mark.
Now, offensively, defensively, Warren Hill saw quite a few shots. There's a shot. Speaking of seeing some shots, he saw that one and made the save. Ball is loose. Trying to get to it there was Ty Logan. He's 1-on-3 trying to get it loose, and he'll just send that one deep into the Oakville corner.
That one even fooled both of our camera guys, Bruce and Ben.
Yeah, shout out to Bruce and Ben doing a bang-up job on the cameras here tonight.
Our small 4-person team.
And we're small but mighty.
Bringing you all the action live online. Our friends at Rogers are broadcasting as well. Your TV may be actually doing this one as well. They pick up our feed.
Well, you don't want to miss any second of the action as Landon Kells makes the save on Shane Jackson. Quickly, the Rock move up the floor. Ty English on the near side. Apologies, that was Travasos. He's got it here again, takes the shot. Warren Hill with the save. Quick rebound scooped up here by Six Nations. Chugging up the floor is Tim Edwards. Finds Dane Smith inside, turning around. Lyle Thompson nearly with a highlight reel goal, but Landon Kells with the save.
This Georgia Swarm unit out here.
Yeah, they're swarming all over the Oakville Rock. Ball is knocked loose, but Oakville gets the ball. Up the floor they go, trying to quick rush play in transition, but Mason Kaminga, number 24, unable to finish it off. Smith finds Davin Bonberry. He found Byrne. Byrne inside, takes the shot, stopped. Rebound is controlled here by Oakville as Josh Byrne almost has his first in a Chiefs uniform.
See a couple of Buffalo Bandits fans who have made the trip from Buffalo.
Hey, it's not that far of a trek. What, hour and a half?
Yeah, about that.
Maybe hour 45 if you include the border time.
Depends what part of Buffalo you're from.
Yeah. Lyle Thompson on the near side. Twisting and turning, he goes. Looking for some space, he finds his man. There's a shot stopped by Kells yet again. Feed just rifled that one.
And this is what I like about Dawson Feed. Takes the shot and grabs that loose ball right away. He uses that big body of his.
Inside, outside, takes the shot, scores!
Are you
Lyle
serious?
Thompson undresses Landon Kells to make it 5-2.
Are you kidding me? That was filthy. Talking about Dawson Feed, then he gets it out to Lyle, and Lyle just doing Lyle things here. Willing his way up front. Oh, man.
Just nasty.
I think I have to pinch myself sometimes that we get to actually watch a guy like Lyle play every single Tuesday night.
Something to behold. He tends to put on the heroics and does something special every time we're in this building.
Just something different every time, too.
Oakville trying to get the ball. A loose ball will come to the near side, and here come the Chiefs. Nungo will hold on to it.
And talking about Lyle, it all starts with moving your feet. And that's something Lyle does better than anybody else on this planet.
Well, there he is yet again. Gets it into the corner here for Jackson. Jackson moving along. There's a low save as Jackson was looking for the one-hopper underneath Kells, and Kells denies him. Chris Weir will hold on to it. Find some fresh legs on the floor. Kearney moving around. It goes to the far side for Dowick. Dowick inside, shot stopped by Hill, and the whistle's going to go. And they're going to call a hold, I believe, on the floor here.
I think you're right, Mark.
First power play of the game.
First penalty.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. A hold.
And it will be Blake Gibson McDonald heading to the sin bin for 2 or less. So
just look at the replay here. Oh, just missed it.
So yeah, first penalty of the game called here with 15:05 left in the second period.
Teddy just asked, are all Six Nations home games on Tuesday nights? For the most part, yes. Check the Six Nations Chiefs, the blog spot. It's got the schedule there, or the Major Series Lacrosse schedule itself, or you can check us out on the social media.
Yeah, I can tell you for a fact that every home game is Tuesday, except for the bread and cheese game that we saw last Monday. Mm-hmm. I have to figure out my schedule with everything that I have to juggle, so I can tell you it's every Tuesday. There's a shot underneath Warren Hill, and it goes high and all the way down the floor. Here comes Justin Martin one-on-one. Martin inside takes the shot, and Landon Kells comes up again.
That was a great save by Landon Kells. And you are a much more organized person than I, my friend.
I have to be. I have 3 different teams I'm doing play-by-play for this season in 2 different sports, so I have to be. There's a shot. That one's blocked in front. Another shot stopped by Hill. Rebound, loose ball, and did that stay out?
Yes, it did.
Oh, my goodness. As Zane Dalpy, it looked like he had a wide-open cage, and I thought it hit the mesh, but I guess he hit the outside.
Zane Dalpy looked up to the rafters after that opportunity, foiled by Warren Hill, who oils him again.
Warren Hill is El Fuego tonight, folks. He's the king of the hill for a reason. Here come the Chiefs.
And of course, Warren playing with a purpose this summer with the passing of his mother.
That's right. Would love a three-peat. There's a shot, and going through the crease there was Dawson Feed. Stepped in the purple. Actually, I think he may have just clipped the outside of the white as he took that shot. So, ball comes back here for Oakville. Down by 3. Late stages of the power play. Inside shot, scores. Power play goal. Carson Moyer makes it 5-3.
That's just a nice shot by Carson Moore. We'll look at the replay here. Nothing fancy. Nice little fake. And placed that beautifully.
So the lead is now cut to 2. The Chiefs rushing up the floor. Very quickly off the draw was Aiden Fern. Lyle Thompson on the near side. Inside, outside, shot stopped by Kells as he takes it away from Brendan Bomberry.
It's a fantastic save by Kells. These two goaltenders are playing fantastic right now. Another great save.
So Carson Moyer from Sam Leclerc and Zane Dalpy is the latest scoring play. We don't have the full scoring play on the Lyle Thompson goal. Looking online, they're giving it to him unassisted at this moment. Latrell Harris wearing the knee brace. Gets it over here. This is Dane Smith. Smith back to Latrell. To the far side. Feed. Got it inside. Shot scores. Excellent job by Davin Bomberry. He goes diving again, his second of the game.
Davin Bomberry having himself a game right here. Again, looking like his brother. He's a different style than Brendan, but he still has those skills, those Bomberry skills. Man, he's good. Loved watching these guys come up the ranks, and knowing that Davin was going to play for the Rivermen this year.
I mean, Davin's going to be a problem. Just plain and simple, going to be a problem for teams.
Exactly. Well, it's going to be a problem. Do you keep him up here or do you stay with the Rivermen? He's been that good.
He really has. And now inside, outside, the other Bomberry trying to get it done, but stepped in the crease before he took that shot.
Almost the exact same. Sorry to interrupt you.
All good. Well, all is well here for the Six Nations Chiefs, up by 3, but Oakville pressing here in the second period.
And it's always nice to see the Bomberry family just off to our left, and you can see they're loving this.
I don't think they miss a game, Darryl.
No, they don't.
There's a shot stopped. Rebound scooped up here by the Chiefs momentarily, but Oakville's going to get the ball right back. Zach Kearney getting the loose ball. Fresh shot clock to work with.
Patrick very proud of his boys.
So Theed and Harris get the assists on the latest goal from Davin Bomberry. Justin Martin getting forced into the boards, but Latrell Harris gets the ball. Harris will just roll it down. Nugo gets it into the far corner. Jackson for Smith for Lyle Thompson. Thompson takes a look, gets it over, and the shot clock's going to expire just before Feed can get the shot away. So again, 6-3 Chiefs, 10:25 to go in this first period. The second period, rather. As they're looking around again. Sam Leclerc will reverse the ball. Carson Moyer is in there too. Dalpy trying to get in there. 5 on the shot clock. That one goes away from everybody, and the Chiefs will get the ball here. Here's Dane Smith. Up ahead. Finds his man. Cody Jamieson. Shot stopped by Kells. Zane Dalpy. Again, part of that blockbuster deal in the offseason with the Chiefs. Moving over from Chiefs property to the Oakville Rock. Again, that was Smith and Latrell Harris coming here to the Chiefs. Sam Leclerc, Kaminga, Caden Brennan, and Zane Dalpy going the other way with their rights moving over to Oakville.
Well, it's one of those things. You get 2 premier guys, but the Chiefs had to give up a lot to get them.
They did, and well, they're starting to show their mettle here, and it gives those 4 gentlemen an opportunity with a new team as well.
Well, you've got guys with Man Cup rings that went the other way, you know what I mean? We've got some young studs coming up.
They got the ball here again to the Chiefs. Lyle Thompson cutting in, twisting and turning he goes, trying to find some space. Far side, 5 seconds on the shot clock. No matter, Oakville gets the ball. And they do get, again, Ryan Smith, Latrell Harris. Didn't play MSL last season. Of course, products of the PLL. And we all know the story of Latrell Harris, of course, with that torn ACL, missing quite a bit of time a couple of years back. It's looking quite fine right now, that's for sure.
I'm going to raise the MSL banner right now. It says a lot about these guys opting to play Major Series or out west in the Western Lacrosse Association opposed to the PLL. It says a lot about the caliber of this and what this means, or what the Mann Cup means to these players.
Here they go again to the Chiefs inside, and speaking of one of those new additions, Ryan Smith trying to go outside, inside, but he was bowled over going toward the net.
There's been a lot of that inside-outside action this evening.
One thing to think about too, Darryl, is, I guess it's a preference thing too, is you have the PLL, you're playing field lacrosse, you come in here, you're playing, box lacrosse. Do you want to play box lacrosse 12 months of the year, or do you want to switch it up and try to diversify itself? If you like field lacrosse a little bit better, you might go to the PLL, but if you really enjoy box, you're going to play that 12 months a year, and thus the MSL or the WLA is right up your alley during the summer.
Well, and talking to a guy like Tyson Bell,
penalties coming up here.
When he first came back to the MSL, he was like, I could play this. This is real lacrosse. This is what I want to play.
They move the ball around. That's dangerous there as Dane Smith looks to the heavens. Couldn't believe he missed that one. He was trying to go 5-hole on Landon, but Kells had the stick down and made the save, but it will be an Oakville penalty. Power play upcoming here for Six Nations, who are up by 3 with 7 minutes to go in the second.
Cross check.
And would you look at this power play setup? I mean, are you kidding me? You have
Lyle, Ryan Smith, Cody Jamieson, Dawson Theed, and Shane Jackson.
And you still don't even have Dane or Byrne out there either. You're going to have them on a second unit.
It's pretty
likely.
Crazy.
I'd imagine you're going to have them out on a second unit.
Well, again, going down the stretch, when you get into those playoff games, into those series, it's going to be all about depth. You know what I mean, Mark?
Well, and the thing is, too, you think about it, Dane Smith wasn't even a top 5 scorer on this team during the regular season last year. Playing his role, knowing the role, and then when John Tavares called his number during the playoffs, I mean, Dane Smith did Dane Smith things.
Well, he played defense.
Yes, he did.
But again, much like Ian McKay, whom we will see very, very soon.
That one's going to be deflected out of play, a one-hopper, and Oakville will get the ball here. So again, shorthanded here are the Rock. It is Tyler Hendricks on the near side. As they try to just kill off some time with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Hendricks trying to move in, twisting around. Inside, fresh off the bench, there was Robinson, one of the goal scorers. And there's a shot stopped by Warren Hill. And here comes that attack. And yes, right off the bench, there's Dane Smith. Byrne, Davin Bomberry, who's been red hot here tonight. Lyle's out there. Smith. Byrne with the shot. That one stopped. Fresh shot clock here again. Smith in, over, Byrne, shot, scores!
There it is.
First, as a Chief, Josh Byrne, power play goal, 7-3 Six Nations.
How about that second unit? Just working around the horn.
He might just want to call them 1A, 1B at this point.
That's for sure.
That is dangerous.
Man. That's just great ball movement. And they're having a great time doing it. That's the other thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the smiles on their faces.
So Six Nations have scored the last two, and they're looking for more. Fern had the ball knocked loose.
And Aiden's been fantastic on D.
Oh, there's a scoop. Lyle in, shot, stopped. And it's underneath Kells. That was a bad break there for Oakville, but Landon Kells bailing them out again. Here come the Rock. There's a shot stopped by Warren Hill, and up the floor it goes. Far side for Feed. Smith on the near side. Smith inside, outside shot by Josh Byrne, and yet another save by Kells. Is that bandit connection almost striking?
They just do a great job cutting to the net, creating space for each other.
And that one's going to be underneath Hill. They tried that quick transition play, did the Rock, but just unable to hit Pater. Byrne. You can't miss him with those shoes, that's for sure, folks. There's a shot off the shoulder, rebound, and Byrne went up high trying to get that ball, just couldn't get to it. Mazuka looking, takes the shot, shouldered away, rebound. Grabbed up here by the Chiefs. Quick up the floor, that's Tim Edwards. Dane Smith, number 92, gets it here to Brendan Momberry. Back to Smith. Near side, looking for some space. 10 on the shot clock. Smith looking around, gets it inside, takes the shot, stopped by Kells. Rebound is moved up here by Oakville. The Rock are down by 4 with 3 and change to go in the second. And another stop there by Hill. It gets underneath them. And no, it's a goal. My apologies, folks. That ball transitioned so fast that I wasn't able to catch up to the play. That's a goal here for Oakville.
We'll just look at the replay here.
They make
it 7-4. That's just a great play right there. Split the D and split Warren.
So 3:10 to go in the second, and it's a 7-4 game. That one almost going out of play. And Oakville will get to it. Travasos. Hendricks looking. One hopper, stopped. Actually didn't even hit Hill, so the shot clock didn't actually refresh. And now the Chiefs move up the floor. Inside shot. Kells with a save as he takes it away from Shane Jackson. And they get on the board again. Just as the last goal is being announced for Oakville, Six Nations comes right on back.
That was just great transition.
So again, 2:24 to go, and the Chiefs with a repeat and an answer. Martin will get it down to the near side. They move the ball around. Down low is Theed. Over for Dane Smith. The great Dane inside. Shot scores! Davin Bomberry gets the Hattie.
That's just great chemistry all around.
Nine for Six Nations with 2:03 to go.
This is just nice work by Dane to Davin, and Davin crashing the net as he has all night long. Davin Bomberry fits like a glove into this lineup.
He really does. And it's very similar to the game against Peterborough where, it was a close loss, yes, for Six Nations, but it's been spread out scoring for the most part.
Absolutely.
But then you look at what Davin Bomberry's been able to put onto the floor, and he's separated himself as probably the best player on the floor on both sides here tonight, minus the two goaltenders who have been great.
He's by far the number one star so far.
Far side, 90 seconds to go in the second. Dowick moving back and forth, finds Robinson. Back to Dowick. 8 on the shot clock. It's loose in front, but the Chiefs will get the ball here. Justin Martin up the floor. Holds on to it. Gets it here for Dane. Mr. Smith looking for some space. Finds his man. Back to Smith. 10 on the shot clock. Smith going around, far side. Inside, trying to find Jackson. It handcuffed him. They got to get the shot away. 2 on the shot clock. Got the shot, but Oakville gets possession. 45 seconds to go in the second. Loose ball on the far side. Sam LeClaire amid a gaggle of players in the far corner, trying to just jam this ball loose. 5 on the shot clock. The whistle's going to go. And a timeout's going to be called here by Six Nations as the Chiefs gain possession.
Again, as I always say, Mark, if you don't use it, you're just going to lose it, right? You got 20 seconds left. You got a fresh shot clock. Might as well draw something up.
Let's see what John Tavares has in mind for his crew. Now, remember last week here, it wasn't actually John drawing up the plays, as obviously he had the game 3 of the NLL final to think about. So, and that really just goes to show the staff that the Six Nations Chiefs have, and everybody able to bring everything together, and they're all on a common plan. They're all on a common goal, and they know how this team operates, and they know which piece fits where. It's it's an intricate puzzle, but it seems like this coaching staff has it figured out.
Well, you got to remember, these guys were teammates during the heyday in the 90s on this Chiefs team. You had Dewey Jacobs, John Tavares, and Rich Kilgore, who was always a vocal leader on that team. You know what I mean? And it's funny to see these three work because they all have their different style. You know what I mean? And you also have to remember, Richie Kilgore was the head coach of this team in the early 2010s when the Chiefs were winning men cups.
Well, they are in the midst of yet another dynasty. 10 seconds left in the period. See what they draw up. Smith, inside shot, whipped wide, rebound, and was a sharp angle save, and that's going to do it for the second period of play. So the Chiefs add 5 to their total, but Oakville, they've been hanging around for the most part.
They're hanging around, that's for sure.
But it is a 5-goal lead for the Six Nations Chiefs through 40 minutes of play. What do you think, partner? Let's take a break.
I would say so.
All right.
These teams need a break. We need a break. And we'll see you in the third period.
That's right. Go get your chicken wraps and join us back here in about 10 minutes.
I'm starving.
And welcome back inside the ILA, getting set for the third period of play. The Six Nations Chiefs 9, the Oakville Rock 4. Six Nations 1-1 to start the MSL season. Oakville 0-1 so far. They lost to Brooklyn last night. Six Nations looking to improve to 2-1 here at a 9-4 lead. Mark Pare alongside Darryl Smart. Darryl, let's take a look quickly through the scoring summary of that second period of play, as it was Lyle Thompson getting on the board unassisted to start things off, and then Oakville coming right on back. They made it 5-3, a goal by Carson Moyer. That was assisted by Sam Leclerc and Zane Dalpy. Four different goal scorers, in fact, for the Oakville Rock. But again, Six Nations scoring 4 of the last 5 goals to make it a 9-4 game, including the first goal in a Six Nations uniform for the newcomer, Josh Byrne.
You know what I liked about this Oakville Rock team, Mark, so far? Their compete. Their compete level has been top-notch.
And Oakville, they've been
young guys, they're pros. You know what I mean? There's no giving up on this team.
They're moving it around. Dowick, one of the goal scorers, left it there. Far side, too far for Ty English. Another goal scorer for the Rock here tonight, as the shot clock's going to expire. So again, Dowick, Luke Robinson, Carson Moyer, and Ty English, the goal scorers for the Oakville Rock. Six Nations led by Davin Bomberry with a hat trick here so far.
Davin's look great.
Dane
like
Smith.
We said before, he fits like a glove.
Dane Smith with 3 assists here tonight. There's a shot whipped just wide by Ty English, as the Chiefs will move the ball up. Again, other than Davin Bomberry's hat trick, it's been scoring by committee here for the Chiefs tonight. They move the ball around here yet again. Scooped inside, trying to find Shane Jackson was Cody Jamieson, but they just couldn't connect. Jamieson with a goal. Ryan Smith with a marker here as well. Shane Jackson is on the board. Lyle Thompson, a goal and 2 assists. Ryan Smith, a goal and a helper tonight. He's been off to a red-hot start for the Six Nations Chiefs this season since coming aboard.
He's been a very welcome addition, that's for certain.
Up the floor they go. Fresh off the bench is Dane Smith, and he'll just leave it here for Byrne. Wearing number 22. Again, that bandit connection between Byrne and Smith on the floor here. 72 hours after winning an NLL championship with the Buffalo Bandits. That one's going to be picked right off.
Sorry about that. They looked like they had a great time celebrating, that's for sure.
Yeah, just look at the pictures, folks. My goodness.
The Bars of Buffalo walked all over by Dane Smith.
Think they got some buffalo wings in them?
I would think so.
Ball's loose, scooped up here by Latrell Harris. Up the floor he goes. He's got some support here in Justin Martin. Harris will just hold on to it, leaves it here for Jackson.
I liked his always looking around first. Latrell was walking, or he was running up the floor, and he had a head on a swivel.
Shane Jackson trying to drive the net there, but he was knocked down and the ball was knocked loose. Oakville, excellent defense there, as the Rock will gain possession. .35 to go in the third. Final period of action again. 3 periods in MSL, 4 quarters in the NLL for those that are new to the summer lacrosse game. Picked up here by number 23. Again, a rostered player that is not on our sheet, so we'll have to figure that one out. I know it's late in the game, folks, but number 23, I think they just switched the numbers on us to mess with us there, Darryl.
Yeah, usually that's the way it goes.
They need some nameplates, too. I'm sure that'll come in time as the season moves along.
Well, the first two uniforms did, that's for sure. We had the grays, they had the whites, now the teals.
That one shot just wide by Jack McAlpine. And I will add for those that are saying, why didn't you try to get everybody and all the numbers and whatnot? Trust me when I say we tried.
It's a job in itself.
Here's Dawson Theed, upside, inside shot. That one just goes wide. As that was Shane Jackson rifling that one just over Landon Kells' shoulder. And again, Landon has been excellent. He's given up 9, but Landon has made a number of key saves in this game. Trying to find his mate. Cutting through down the middle, shot. It goes in, but Zane Dalpy was in the goal crease. And here's Smith. Byrne moves up the floor. Josh Byrne tried to find some space. Up top, finds Dane. Dane for Byrne. And that one's going to be picked right off as Byrne was trying to find Dane in transition up. And that one's going to be right into the breadbasket of Warren Hill.
Warren's easiest save of the night.
And good back check there. As turning back around there is Theed. Theed up for Smith. Inside shot taken there by Jackson. He just missed. And Oakville will get the ball. Slow goings here in the third period. No goals to talk about here in this final frame as we are 6 minutes into it. 9-4 Six Nations. It was 4-2 Six Nations after the first. Six Nations have scored 4 of the last 5 goals. That one's knocked wide as Dalpy tried to go low on Warren Hill.
These two teams really settling in, Mark.
They really are.
They're talking about these new additions for the Chiefs, but you've got to look at this Oakville Rock team. They have 8 new players. There's been so much turnover with this team. They've gone with this youth movement. And give them time. They're going to be very, very successful.
And they're dynamic. They got the speed to go along with it as well. That's been the name of their game here tonight. That's for sure. There's a shot stopped by Hill as he takes it away from LeClaire. Some youth, some experience. It's only a matter of time for this Oakville Rock team, folks. Dane Smith with a shot stopped as Landon Kells takes it away. And again, you talked about it, Darryl. Key additions, the youth, there is that experience, and Landon Kells in between the pipes. There's a shot stopped as Ryan Smith tried to go inside on the aforementioned Kells.
He's been a calming force tonight for this Oakville Rock team.
And when you bring the pedigree that some of these players have, that one's knocked away by Kells yet again. Into the corner it goes for Dane Smith. When you bring in this pedigree, everybody talks about the last several seasons. And there's a shot in, stepping in the crease there was Josh Byrne. When you bring in this pedigree, everybody talks about, it's Six Nations. It's Peterborough. I mean, these two teams, yes, have dominated for the last 7, 8, 9 seasons. But don't look now. I mean, you got teams that are trying to make a push. There's more teams to contend with. The talent is going to move around a lot more.
Absolutely.
And it's only a matter of time before at least one of those teams breaks through.
A team like Brooklyn, you know what I mean? They're chock full.
Moving around, takes a shot, stopped by Hill.
Brooklyn, Peterborough, Steve McCarthy has done a phenomenal job in Owen Sound. Coburg.
You can't really count anybody out. Again, you look on paper, and you look at the talent on the Six Nations roster. Yes, on paper, there's a shot stopped by Kels. And it can be daunting with, forget the fact that this is basically an NLL All-Star team. This is chocked full. About 90% of them, maybe more, are going to be future NLL Hall of Famers.
That's for sure.
But sooner or later, you build that youth, you build that system.
You build it.
Father Time gets us all, folks. But it's all about what you do to build up your youth and build up your future as you work with the present. Pushing and shoving there on the near side. Chiefs get the ball. To the far side it goes. Tim Edwards. Off the bench is Dean Smith. Here's Davin Bomberry. He's got 3. He would love to have more. Inside shot, scores! Josh Byrne cutting through the middle. Excellent for Six Nations as they hit double digits.
We've been waiting for this, that's for sure. We've certainly been waiting for this. I've been really excited to see how he works with this team. And man, oh man, it looks good.
Make it 2 on the night for Josh Byrne, his first game in a Six Nations uniform. 10-4 is the score. As Six Nations, 10 minutes to try to close this one down to get the lead. And Josh Byrne, again, it's such an interesting story, too. You look, it was just last month where he announced he was stepping away from the Carolina Chaos.
Yes.
And now here he is with the Six Nations Chiefs.
Let me tell you, the rumor mill was rooming. Our friends at the Creators Game podcast was stirring it up a few weeks ago. Shout out to them and the good work that they do with their podcast.
It's some good listening on the way back home. It takes me about an hour to get from door to door, so.
Yeah, they'll talk forever sometimes.
That's what you want.
I love it.
That's what you want, folks. Here's Martin. Martin looking for some space. Cuts to the near side. Under 9 minutes to go. Ryan Smith is just going to wait for everybody to get set up. Everybody else changing on the fly. Here's Dane Smith for Cody Jamieson, and right before he takes the shot, the whistle's going to go. And I believe there's going to be a penalty coming here. Yes, indeed.
The Buffalo Bandit fans are loving the chat. And they are loving Josh Byrne.
Byrne's got himself quite the fan club. And folks, if you're in Buffalo, as long as you got your passport and you can get across the border, make the trip down. It's every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock.
You grab a chicken wrap.
You can get a chicken wrap. You can get yourself a good parking spot. And there's a shot stopped. Rebound and unbelievable. Boy. Did Warren Hill get a piece of that?
Yes, he did, my friend. That was a windmill.
Carson Moyer on the doorstep with a wide open cage, and Warren Hill says, "Nah, not today."
Warren's been fantastic
Unbelievable. They'll try again here on the power play. Ball's knocked loose, and Latrell Harris will get to it. Yeah, Buffalo to Six Nations. It's not that bad of a drive. Get down the QEW. I'm imagining you'll go through Fort Erie or Niagara Falls, whichever you choose. Either way.
Grab a chicken poutine.
Yes, get a
according to my friend Russell here online.
Chicken poutine.
I've never had it.
Hey, I'm from Northern Ontario. It's pronounced poutine. Poutine. I'm too close to the Quebec border that I might get in trouble if I call it poutine.
I'll call it poutine.
I mean, you can.
I'll call it delicious.
But it's delicious.
I'm starving.
I can tell you, the best poutine I've ever had, if you ever find yourself up in the northern area, Rouyn-Noranda, Quebec, home of the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies. Quebec poutine at its finest. Right across the street from where the Huskies play. Best I've ever had. Bar none.
Back in the day when they were the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, when they were the Capitals. Remember playing against them back in the day? Before they were in the queue? I'm an old guy.
You might be thinking Junior A, perhaps? No.
Yeah, the NOJHL.
Yeah, you're thinking the NOJHL. I remember that.
Before they went to the queue.
Here's a shot. That one's blocked. And the old Davy Keon Arena.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's a tough place to play.
Just a stone's throw away from Kirkland Lake, just on the other side of the border. Well, here we are in Six Nations. And it's a 6-goal lead for the Chiefs with 6 minutes to go. Oakville looking to try to close the gap. There's a shot stopped by Warren Hill yet again. Heavy bodies being thrown there, but Oakville keeps the ball. There goes Landon Kells to the bench. 6 attackers on the floor here for the Oakville Rock. There is a delayed penalty on the play as they hold on to the ball. The official on the near side in the corner with the hand up saw something. There's a shot. That one's going to go off the floor, into the rafters, out of play. And a holding call coming here against the Chiefs.
Relatively clean game so far, Mark. It's the third minor penalty, maybe? Third, I think.
Just the third one.
Relatively clean game. These two rivals going at it.
Again, for those that are wondering, the Oakville Rock next in action. They'll be at home next Monday at 7:30 when they host the Owen Sound North Stars. They move the ball around here. Looking for some space. That one's going to go, stays in play. That one just tippy-toeing away from the rafters. There's a shot, scores! Warren Hill gets a piece of it, but not enough, as Josh Dowick gets his second of the game.
We're going to take a look at this, and Josh Dowick takes another rip at this. This is much like his first goal, the first goal of the game. Ripped this one from way outside. Just beat Warren on that one.
So 10-5 is the score. That breaks the run for Six Nations, who had scored 5 of the previous 6 goals to balloon their lead.
Josh had a fantastic NLL season for the Toronto Rock this season.
Well, he's trying to add to it. As Dowick, I mean, you're absolutely right, partner. 18 games, 42 goals for Josh Dowick for the Toronto Rock. And continuing that with the Oakville Rock, staying in the GTA. There's a shot stopped by Warren Hill. Under 4.5 to go in the third.
In the chat here, we see where can we get Chiefs jerseys, Chiefs merch. The ILA Sports has everything you need. They're the sports store down here at the ILA.
Same building. You don't even have to go outside to get to it.
They have all the merch that you need.
They got all kinds of merch in there. I might have to go in there at some point.
Still looking for some.
I still see some Man Cup Championship merch in there too. Yeah, definitely get yourself down to the ILA whenever you can. Quality Major Series Lacrosse action all summer long. And if you can't make it down here, of course, myself and Darryl will have you covered. That shot is blocked. Didn't hit the net. 6 on the shot clock. Inside shot stopped by Warren Hill yet again as he takes it away from Carson Moyer. So again, the Six Nations Chiefs get 7 days to rest.
Yep.
Brooklyn will be in town next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock start here at the ILA. Inside shot stopped as Kells takes it away from Ryan Smith.
That's a great save again by Kells.
Oakville moving the ball around here. Sam LeClaire can't get fully inside. And the Chiefs will just gain possession. Dawson Theed finds Josh Byrne. Byrne with a pair of goals in his Chiefs debut. Looking for more inside and waved off. He stepped in the crease.
That was silky. Well, we were wondering how the chemistry would be with some of these Chiefs players and Josh Byrne. I think the litmus test is in.
It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Cutting inside, looking for some room was Ty English. Shot down low, Dowick looking to add to his total, but good job by Warren Hill to stay low and keep the bottom of the net protected. Final stages of this game, under 2 minutes to go. Lyle Thompson on the far side. Twisting around, he loses it, and Oakville will gain possession. Up the floor they go. Chris Weir, shot stopped by Hill. Was a 2-on-1. Weir chose shot. And Hill was able to deny him. Looking for room there was Nungo. Left it there for Theed. Up top, Byrne. Finds his man Smith. Shot stopped by Kells yet again. Under a minute to go here in the third. Again, the Six Nations Chiefs. They're going to improve to a 2-1 record here in the early goings of this season as there's another shot blocked in front. Oakville will drop to 0-2 as the whistle's going to go.
A hard-fought 0-2, might add.
A very hard-fought 0-2. They stuck around for the most part in this one. It was 4-2 after the first, 9-4 after the second.
It's going to be a team to be reckoned with down the stretch.
It's going to take some time. There's a shot. One hopper goes up high and way out of play. And again, Six Nations in action 7 days from tonight. The Brooklyn Lacrosse Club will be in town.
That'll be dandy.
Yes, it will. As the final seconds tick away here at the ILA, the Six Nations Chiefs with a 10-5 victory over the Oakville Rock.
Mark, that was a complete game by the Six Nations Chiefs tonight. That's for sure. A little bit of everything. They had great defense. They kept their opponent at bay, kept them wide. Josh Dowick was fantastic for the Rock. You know what I mean? He shot from the outside. They were forcing him outside, and he took what they gave him. So he had a great game. Landon Kells was great. Warren was great. And I think our first start of the game Davin Bombay, that's for sure.
I would agree with that. A hat trick for Davin Bomberry, number 33, as everybody shakes hands here at the ILA as we wrap up our coverage here tonight. Again, another great performance by the Six Nations Chiefs. Davin Bomberry, as you mentioned, 3 goals. Josh Byrne, a pair of goals in his Chiefs debut. The goaltenders, I think, were a big story in this one as well.
Second
As
and
both,
third star.
yeah,
That's
Warren
for sure.
Hill and Landon Kells both coming up big in this one. But it is, once again, a final score. The Six Nations Chiefs 10, the Oakville Rock 5. His name is Darryl Smart. My name is Mark Pare. Saying so long here from the ILA. We will see you back here next Tuesday night. Until then, enjoy your night.